right, what is going on, everybody? We are back for our second matchup of the night. Should be another good one here. We got Ember taking on Banshees. We're heading back to the Prospect League, and I'm once again joined by my main man, Psychonautics. Psycho, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm doing really good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. We just saw that last matchup was absolutely insane between the Grandmasters and the Dragons. And the Dragons actually they handed the Grandmasters their first loss of the season. So congrats to them. That was a crazy matchup. But and I'm hoping this one will be as good as well. Like I said, we got Ember taking on the Banshees. Ember coming to this one at 1-5. They're struggling a little bit this season, but they actually took Faded to Game 5 on Saturday Night Rocket League, and the Banshees coming in at 2-4 on this one, hoping to stay in kind of in that playoff contention over there in the Central Division. So, Psycho, what are you looking forward to in this matchup tonight?
I'm looking forward to seeing Ember play some more, like you were talking about on Saturday Night Rocket League. They were able to take Faded to the game 5, but weren't able to clinch it. But I was really impressed with the way that they were playing, especially Helpful Fool and oh man, the other one, Siri. Siri is the other one. I was really impressed with both of their gameplay, and I think that we're gonna see them carry some of that momentum from Saturday. They're probably fuming from that loss, just barely slipping between their fingers.
Yeah, that was a close one for sure, and hopefully for their sake they can bounce back. I mean, they're not looking too far out. The good news about the Nemesis playoff system is that 8 teams make it, 8 out of the 12. So really, you're not out of it until almost the very end. So Ember, they still have a chance despite their record here at 1-5. So we'll have to see. Psycho, before we get it going, you got a prediction between these two teams about who's going to take it?
I'm gonna go with Ember in game 5.
Ember and 5. Okay, okay. You think they're going to be able to do what they couldn't do on Saturday and take the Game 5 victory?
I do. I think they're gonna turn those flames up. I think they're gonna really pull out all the stops and do everything that they need to do to clinch a win. They need it. They can taste it. I think they got it.
All right. Well, we will we will have to see as we're gonna get these guys joined up in the lobby here for these ones. You guys can make your prediction. We got the poll up in the chat. Get your guys' votes in. Let us know in the chat who you guys think is gonna take this matchup here between Ember and Banshees. We're always curious to hear what you guys think. So we'll we'll get these guys joined up. Hopefully they can see. There you go. Figured it out. Had to always struggle a little bit, but we got him in. Yeah, and Psych, I know you made your prediction, Ember and 5. Is there anyone specific on these two teams you might be looking out for?
Yeah, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, Helpful Fool and Siri, they were both really, really on top of their games. They were playing really good in the midfield. They just dropped a couple of opportunities, so hopefully they can turn that around.
Yeah, I'd definitely be looking for those two in this one as we continue on here with game number 1. And we got Ember in the blue, OG Diddy, Helpful Fool, and Sari, like Psycho was mentioning. And we also, on the other side, Banshees, as this one's hanging out in the midfield, dangerous. Can be saved away. Banshees almost an opportunity. They're in the orange with Kane J, Midnight, and XGN Sumo. So we'll have to see who's going to step up. I haven't seen too much from the Banshees. Like I said, we did see Ember on Saturday Night Rocket League. As this one blocked up in the middle, OG Diddy looking for it, sending it way up high, and a nice clear from Kane. As that one is going to go floating by Sari. Has to race back for it in an awkward position. He gets it by 1, though. And that one is going to be cleared away. Blocked out in the midfield is Helpful Fool. We look to attack, but Kane J, he's also on the shot. There is XG and Sumo off the backboard. Follow-up opportunity. Midnight off the backboard. Kane J trying to turn it around once more off the backboard, but it's not going to go. And Banshees there had a good attack, but they couldn't quite get it through.
Yeah, you see him just beating the crud out of that crossbar up top, but OG Diddy was really, really patient, just sitting in net. Oh my goodness, as one just falls into an open net. Kane J, how do you spell that? Kane J4?
I think so.
Good shot coming from him.
Yeah, he's just going to put it on. Midnight tried to steal it or secure it at least, but he couldn't. Yeah, I believe that's Kane J. That does give him a little bit. I know you said Cajun. That does remind us of our good man Cajun. Hope all's going well with him. I know he had some stuff to deal with, but hopefully everything's going well with him. But Kane J, he's going to put that one in for the Banshees. And yeah, right now, Psycho, really early on here. But Ember, they don't even have any shots in this one, and it honestly reminds me as this one's towards the net. XG and Sumo is going to have to hold that thought for a second.
Man, Banshees really coming in good with a pass play in the middle. Sumo passed it to, I think it was Midnight, or it might have been Kane, and they passed it right back to him, and he had an easy dunk.
Yeah, it was a nice, easy goal, a great passing play, and a good shot there is the Banshees' 2-goal lead. But what I was starting to say is already, I mean, we're only 2 minutes into game one, but this is actually reminding me almost exactly of that series. As two people miss, it might be another open net. Can he put it in? KJ can't. It's going to be cut off by Sari. Good recovery, but this is reminding me of that 7-8 Rocket League game or series where Ember took on Faded. Ember got completely blown out in the first game as another shot comes on from Banshees, and then they ended up coming back, forcing it to game five, and it's looking almost eerily similar as the Banshees are dominating this game one.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of double commits come out from Ember so far. It was a dangerous ball, but we're seeing a lot of double commits come out from Ember, and I think that they're did they play? I can't remember if they played with OG Diddy or if they had somebody else in, but that might be shaking them up a little bit.
Yeah, I believe they actually did have a different player. I believe it was Pygo. I think I saw someone in chat asking where Pygo was for Ember, so I think they were missing him. I think this is a sub up from their novice league team. OG Diddy, yeah, he's actually the highest player on Ignite, subbing in here for this one. So OG Diddy, someone up from the novice league, looking to make an impact, and so far he's leading the way for Ember. Oh man, that one almost dunked by Sari. He almost throws that one on net. But yeah, they've got a novice league sub here, so they're missing Pygo, who is kind of that middle tier player, and he's definitely someone that they're probably missing at least in the beginning moments of this game.
Yeah, Pygo, we saw a lot of good defensive maneuvers come out from him on Saturday. He was really solid in the backfield. And, OG Diddy, being novice myself, I thought I recognized his name. I've seen people talk about him in the Discord. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he's an EU player.
Oh wow. He might be. I think the ping looks like it, so he could be an EU player. That's some respect out here, staying up late for the Nemesis matches, and I mean even to sub up for his team, that's some mad respect there for OG Diddy as he's trying to lead his team to a game one victory, but they really haven't gotten anything going so far. Still sitting at one shot, and that one shot was just way off the backboard, barely even counted as a shot. So Psycho, minute remaining. What does Ember have to do to get some offensive opportunities as Banshees can't capitalize?
Well, they definitely got to get their communications popping because you can tell by the way that they just double commit after double commit after double commit. They're not communicating properly. They're not telling each other where each other are, and we see another unfortunate goal right there, probably from you see Siri go up and OG Diddy looks like he was going to go for boost, but realized that he didn't have enough time.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Just a misrotation there and a tough dunk play right through the middle. And a good shot from Midnight, able to send it in. And now everyone on Banshees has gotten in on the scoring as it's 3-0 here, only 30 seconds remaining. Ember's going to have to look to find something here in the final 30 seconds to give himself a little bit of momentum. As this one's off to the side. Sari looking for it, can't find the touch, into the corner. OG Diddy out in the middle. Looking for X-Gen Sumo as Sumo puts that one just off the backboard. Close opportunity is Kane J. He's already up, but not going to go this time. Ember, last chance to get some sort of momentum in this game. Number one is Sari. He's looking for the flip reset. Can he find it? It still bounces up. OG Diddy trying to get it in, but it's not going to go, and it's actually going to touch the ground as the Banshees, they are going to take a game one, a very solid performance from them, 3-0, and they really dominated that game, Psycho.
I agree. It's a hard loss for Ember. Only able to manage one shot on net the entire time. They were on their heels the whole time, but we saw an immense amount of double commits coming out from them. Like you can't be doing stuff like that. Even at the novice level, whenever you double commit, especially on defense like that, you're just leaving your team so vulnerable.
Yeah, they definitely some mistakes, and I think you kind of talked about it where those things are definitely going to hurt you. As yeah, they were only able to get one shot still throughout that entire game, and that was what I talked about, pretty much a backboard ringer. It wasn't even a threatening shot, as it just missed. But I mean, tough start for Ember, but Psycho, as we talked about, as we saw in Saturday Night Rocket League, I mean, Ember, they've been known to bounce back. I mean, it was a tough game one on Saturday night, and they just came back, and I believe they won the next two games in pretty dominating fashion. So, do you think we have some more of that Ember in this game number two?
I think we do. I think if they can pull their rotations together and get their communications under wraps, I think that we can see. I don't think they're out of the race yet. I think that they can definitely pull this back and pick up a. All they got to do is just take it one game at a time, pick up this win, and then move on to the next. And it looks like Pygo's actually going to be coming in, so maybe he was just going to have to be a little bit late. So we might see some of that Ember fire.
All right, well there we go. That's definitely spices things up here. As Pygo is going to come into the match, replacing OG Diddy in this one. So we'll see if that lineup, which I believe this is the same lineup we saw on Saturday night, if they can come back here and starting out Pygo, going to win the kickoff already. So a good start immediately for Ember as they're quickly on the offensive pressure. Just trying to start things off. Sari looking for the double tap, can't find it. Pygo dropping it straight down in the middle. Sumo in an awkward spot. He can't hit it as Helpful Fool gonna bang it up high as well. And Sari trying to keep this one going, but Psycho, you see it only 20 seconds in. I mean, they got the kickoff there, and they were already on the offensive pressure with Pygo here.
Oh yeah, we're already seeing a lot more offensive pressure from Ember, and not to not to say anything about OG Diddy, because from everything I've heard and seen, he's a good player, but sometimes it's just having that sort of variable in the equation that you're not used to that throws everything off, and you can see these boys are a lot more comfortable with Pygo on the pitch.
And you even see a passing play attempt right there. Didn't quite materialize, but a great attempt. And yeah, I think comfortability is definitely gone up here with Pygo back on the field as a little bit of a double quick comes out, but they're still keeping the offensive pressure. Pygo going to leave it for Sari, who gets dunked down in the midfield. Helpful Fool. And try to turn it around. Sari on the chase here and go up to the ceiling, try to get a touch on the ceiling, but nothing going there as Helpful Fool tries to dunk that one by. This ball out of the midfield now. Banshees looking for a counterattack. Sari in an awkward spot, and Midnight is just going to put it around him. A tough mistake, and Banshees start out with the first goal of game two.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. We see Sari right there. He should have stopped at the far post, but he drifted there towards the middle, and Midnight was able to just put that shot directly behind him.
Yeah, nice play there. Is they were able to put it through. Yeah, awkward position, and he couldn't quite recover. So the Banshees, they come back here and take another lead, 1-0. As Ember off the backboard, giving opportunity here for Pygo, looking for it, but he can't find the connection. That one off the crossbar and out that way, but another good opportunity for Ember there. Nothing going quite yet, though. It's Kane on the dribble now, popping it by one. Midnight trying to keep this offense going for the Banshees. Sumo into the corner. Sari just stops it out. Sumo again trying to send it out in the midfield. He's still staying on this ball to Midnight, who keeps it in as Pygo catches in the corner, going to pop it up and try to clear it away. And something I wonder here. I know Pygo is subbing in, and it looked like it made an immediate impact, but I wonder how warm he actually is. I feel like Pygo might have just raced back and maybe had no warm up at all in this one. He's only seen a 30 score and one shot.
That may very well be true. So I've known some people that need an hour to warm up. I've known people that don't even warm up. They just jump right into comp and they play, like they never stop playing. But maybe it's his first game, back on stream. That's got his sort of nerves going. He's already down one. So, as we see a big one come out from Sari midfield, that was a floater.
Nice shot there. Sari just sends it a long way, and sometimes that's all it takes. Just boom it down the field, and Sumo feels backflip man as that one is going to slide it through the net. But okay, there we go. Ember able to tie things up here, 1-1, and still 2 minutes remaining, so a lot of time left in this one.
A lot of time left indeed. And Ember, able to turn it up this match. Getting 3 shots so far on net, as opposed to the Banshees only being able to log down 2 shots. Another shot coming out right there. Midnight, oh my gosh. Pygo almost able to dunk that in.
they are getting a lot more opportunities. He talked about it. They only had one shot last game, already four in this one, looking for another one. It's not going to go this time, but they're able to stick in this game. A minute 30 left. A nice redirect. It's just dropping towards the net. Midnight is going to be able to get to it, though, as it's sent back up. Sumo on the clear. Looking to follow it maybe, but it's going to be boomed down by Helpful Fool. Awkward ball here for Midnight. It pops out for him. Can he get another touch? He does. Sari a little bit too close, but able to get a 50 as he pops it up high. Could be an opportunity for him. He's looking for the shot here. It goes off the post. Follow up one more time. Pygo, and there he is. He's coming back in, making an impact, and he gives Ember their first lead of the series.
Pygo with that pressure, and Sumo and Kane were both backwards in the net. That's really unfortunate. There had to have been a rotational mistake done right there. One of those guys should have went to the far post. But good way to clean it up from Pygo.
Yeah, good cleanup from him, making his presence known in this one. We just talked about how he wasn't in the first game. Normally a starter, they had used a novice player, as this one's out in the midfield, and it's going back towards the net. That's dangerous. It's just going to go in. An unfortunate redirect as Kane J is going to get credit.
Really unfortunate right there as it just bounced off a Helpful Fool's car. And I mean, Siri was back, but some of those you just, no matter how fast you are, you can't get back to it.
Yeah, tough one there, but it's gonna work out for the Banshees at the moment, as they are able to tie it up. Sometimes you just got to take those 2-2 now in this game number 2, as this ball is out of midfield. Pygo might have an opportunity. He can't find the touch. It fakes out Kane, and it's not going to go this time as Ember. They're really trying to commit here. Midnight, he has an open net to deal with. Can he put it in? No. Helpful Fool just back in time, but scary moment there for Ember. If you're a fan of them, your heart definitely got a little bit scared there, as that one almost went in. But final seconds here, as Sari trying to block it out. Banshees trying to get this game winner here to give him a 2-0 lead. But Ember on the counter. Sari popping up high, looking for Helpful Fool, looking for the shot. It's still straight up Pygo. Can he put it in? The shot? No, it's not going to go. A close opportunity, but it's still up. Can they find something here? Helpful Fool can't find the touch, and Sumo lets it hit the ground, but a close opportunity there. And we're heading to overtime in game 2.
Some nail-biting stuff going on right there from both teams. You know, you had Ember that really put on the pressure there, and then Banshees were able to turn it around and almost end the game.
Yeah, they almost turned that one right back, and close opportunities on both sides here, as we are tied at 2 in overtime. Looking to see who can take the advantage. Saw Banshees take game number 1, and that one's dangerous too. Helpful Fool. Good read off the backboard. Those ones are always a little bit dangerous, especially at these lower levels. To get the right read. Seen many mistakes on those, so a good read from him, able to keep it out for the moment. But back in midfield, Midnight with the shot. He puts it home, and he's going to win game number 2.
Wow, it was a really nice shot coming out from Midnight. 70 miles an hour. What a clanger. And Siri just wasn't able to turn fast enough. Might have, if he'd stayed back and just waited. But, you know, at 70 miles an hour, it's so hard to react to those, even when you're in the net and ready for it.
Yeah, that is just such a tough ball to read. Only hope there is probably to cut off the angle, which they couldn't do. And now, as we head into game number 3, I mean, Ember's in a position where they're gonna have to make their reverse sweep, and that's gonna be a tough road for them.
That is a tough road indeed, but you know, they might be able to do it right here. They had most of the pressure for most of that game, able to put on 8 shots on net, and they controlled the ball most of the time. They kept the offensive pressure up. They just right there at the end, it's like their defensive rotation sort of just fell apart. So if they can get that early pressure and then not fall apart defensively, they should be able to bag the next 3 games.
Yeah, we'll have to see though. The Banshees, they have been looking good to start things off here. So we'll have to see if they can keep it up as we head into game number 3. I believe we're waiting on one more player to join back in the lobby. So we'll have to see. But I mean, Psych, the Banshees, all in all, I know Ember came back. They have looked really good to take these first 2 games.
I agree. The Banshees have been playing really well this entire series. it looked like they were going to drop the ball in that game, but then right there in the last, what I guess, 2 minutes of the game, they really just sort of stepped it up and turned everything on and were able to pull out the dub.
Yeah, they were able to pull it out, and that was, like you talked about, a great performance from them, and that's always what you like to see in this one. As I think we're just waiting on one player. I'm trying to remember who it is. I think we're someone from Banshees, but we're just waiting on one person here before we can get this one going. Ember, it's like the reverse sweep. It's always a possibility here. I mean, so far we've seen a lot of games go to Game 5. I know you predicted Ember in Game 5 for your prediction here. Are you still sticking to that with what you've seen for the Banshees here?
It's really, really hard for me to stick to it because logistically, I feel like the Banshees are about to sweep. But I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. I like the underdog story, and this is a bigger underdog story than it was 2 games ago. So this is the chance for Ember to really give an upset to the Banshees, which might give them really heavy momentum to finish out their week.
Yeah, it would be a good start. I mean, yeah, now we're into week number 4. This is where things start to get crucial. We talked about it earlier. Both these teams fighting for playoff positioning in the prospect league. At the moment, the Banshees, they're sitting at that 8th seed, so they're barely in at the moment. They're hoping with a win here, a solid sweep if they can hold on. That would definitely keep them at least in that 8th spot, if not moving up in that playoff picture. So they're definitely looking for this win, and taking a look at Ember as well. They're not too far out of it as well, I believe. Yeah, actually, with a win here tonight, Ember would actually put themselves in a tie for that spot for the final playoff spot in the East. So that second wild card spot, if they were able to pull it off, and actually they'd have the tiebreaker as long as Florida doesn't win. So actually, with a win tonight, Ember could put themselves in playoff position. So this is one of those matches, Psycho. We're still early on in the season, but this is where this is a crucial matchup for both Ember and for Banshees.
Absolutely. And, even clinching the 8th seed, just getting into the playoffs, a lot of people may think, 8th seed, and you're probably not going to make it far, probably get first rounded. But I think it was last season, was it Origin that had one of the lower prospect seeds, but ended up making it into the quarterfinals, I think, or the semifinals?
Yeah, they actually made it to the semifinals from the 6th seed. I think we had a couple teams that did that from the 6th seed. So even when you're down and out, everything's kind of out the window when it comes to playoff time. As this one's dangerous in front of the net, Sumo is going to put it in, and the Banshees just pick it up right where they left off.
Oh, yeah. The Banshees coming out on fire, looking to just go ahead and get the early momentum because they want to sweep. They want to go ahead and take the dub right now. No content for the stream.
They don't want it. I think they heard what Sage was saying. Sage and Merely were talking about all the game 5s that we've had, and I think the Banshees they've had enough of that. They'd love to get a sweep here as a shot going towards the net. Follow up one more time. A triple good comes out. It's open for Ember, but Pygo, he can't turn it on as he's trying to get another shot here. This one might go on. No, it's off the post. No, it's not going to go. A tough miss, a close opportunity. And, being down in the series, those are shots that you've got to hit as they're looking for another one, but it's not going to go. And just a couple of unfortunate misses have left Ember in a tough hole early.
Yeah, I think if Ember just kind of cleans up their rotations when they're on offense a little bit, it looked like Siri kind of did a pretty wide rotation there. And if he had been just a little bit more forward, there was a free ball that he could have easily had a shot on.
Yeah, you got to capitalize on those. Even in the prospect league, we talk a lot about in prospect and novices being solid and being consistent with your shots. So when you get opportunities, you have to hit them like that one right there. As Pygo is going to make up for his mistake earlier and send that one home. A nice shot from him to tie up this game.
Good corner pressure coming out from helpful full right there, and Midnight just kind of sitting on the back wall. It was too awkward for him to make an attack on. Pygo was able to put in a nice upper top corner shot.
Yeah, nice shot for sure. And they're looking for more here as Midnight with a great save, able to keep it away as Kane trying to send it back down, but almost another great answer from Ember as they are looking to pull the reverse sweep, drop the first 2 games, looking to bring it back here as we're in game number 3, but still a long road to go as this game is tied, 3 minutes remaining. Ball up in the midfield. Helpful Fool can't touch Sari. Looking for the shot, but right at Midnight, who calmly clears it to the corner. As Sumo sends it down, Sari, good rotation, able to be back for that one. He's looking to chase it, but Midnight, he's there first. As Helpful Fool over to the side. KJ now taking it up, gets it by one. Sumo looking for the shot here, but Pygo denies it away, and it could be an opportunity. Midnight in a super awkward position. He's going to get a great pinch, a nice clear. But both these teams getting their opportunities here, Psycho, as this one a little bit dangerous, still dangerous. A backflip, Pygo with a shot, he puts it in. Mistake made, and Pygo capitalizes once more.
Pygo getting a little style going right here. Almost misses it, almost goes too high, but with the upside down shot, putting it right on the top, that was beautiful.
What a shot from him, making an impact. That's what we talked about in the last game. And so far, it's been enough to give his team the lead. But will it be enough to give his team the win in Game 3 and force a Game 4? About to find out. His Helpful Fool, the shot toward net, off the post. A great demo as Pygo tried to get the demo one-on-one. Sari and Midnight. Midnight with a flick over the top. Follow-up opportunity is there from Kane, but he goes high as well. Not going to go this time as Sumo trying to turn back the pressure once more. Another miss comes out. Panic in front of the net. And the Banshees, they've capitalized on so many mistakes, but not this time, as so much panic ensues in front of the net. Nothing is going to come of it, though.
It seems like they struggle in that position a little bit. That's probably the second, if not third time. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. That is a big one. And Pygo, not able to clean it up. But like I was saying, Banshees, we've seen twice, if not three times, where they triple commit on the crossbar like like you should if the ball is there like that, but you really, after the third one, you really need to hit that goal. You need to be able to get it in because it leaves you so vulnerable.
Yeah, and missed opportunities. We talked about it earlier. You got to make the most of your opportunities. And Nemesis says, Kane J, speaking of opportunity, he puts it in the upper 90. A nice drop shot from him, and he ties it up.
A beautiful follow-up. He was able to put it in and then put it back down just above Siri. Siri almost able to make the stop, but narrowly missed it by inches.
And it is a game of inches sometimes in Rocket League, as he just couldn't get to that one. 2-2 now as Sumo is trying to get some offense. So Banshees tie this one up, looking to pull off the sweep. As Pygo in the midfield for Helpful Fool, pops it up high. Pygo looking to disrupt. Midnight super awkward, and Kane J has to bail him out. A good save from him to keep this game tied. This one out of the midfield against Sumo. He's by two, looking for the shot. He puts it in. A great shot from Sumo, and he gives the Banshees the lead.
Really, really good play coming out right there. Kane was able to get the bump on the defender. I'm not sure if he meant to do that or not, but it sent him flying into his friend, which opened up that lane for Sumo to take a shot at.
And it was a great finish from Sumo as he puts that one in the back of the net. A nice shot to give his team the lead. A good comeback from them, just down 2-1, now up 3-2. And Ember looking for an answer here, and they're going to find it as Pygo pulls off the hat trick to keep his team alive in this series.
Helpful Fool with a big fake. I'm just going to say it's a fake. I don't want to say that he missed that, but wow, I think that threw everybody off, and Pygo was just followed up his own pop.
Yeah, great shot too. I mean, calculated fakes, sometimes they just pay off, and it looked like that was one of them there as Ember is trying to survive in the series. Sari's up, looking for a shot towards net. Kane J has to make the save. But can Ember find that goal to give them the lead with so little time remaining? Pygo on the dribble. He's looking for the bump. Helpful Fool's coming in, but the double commit. Can Kane capitalize? It leaves Sari in an awkward position. Shot opportunity. It's going to be cleared away. Fortunately for Ember, they dove all in, and fortunately they weren't paid off by that one, as Pygo now looking for an opportunity here again. But Kane J with a great block. Final 10 seconds here in Game 3. Helpful Fool off the backboard, looking for an opportunity here, but Midnight, he sends it down. He's over one. Midnight looking for the shot there, but Sari denies it away, and we've got overtime in Game 3.
Yeah, and Ember really just pulling out the stops. They made that aggressive double commit play, which, I mean, could have ended the game and given them a win, but I mean, with only 20 seconds left on the clock, that could have been the end of the entire series for them.
Yeah, they were really fortunate to not be paid off as Siri is going to put it in with a great shot, and we're heading to a game number 4.
Oh yeah, Ember able to pull it out, wanting to take this either to a game 5 and win for my caster predictions, or I guess they want the W for themselves for their own record.
Wow, and a nice play there as Ember is going to pull it back with this victory here. A very solid win for them. And yeah, now all of a sudden, Ember with that victory, they're pulling themselves a little bit closer here, Psycho. And, can they keep it going, though?
I think that they can keep it going. Ember, Pygo left, so I'm not able to see his stats, and I didn't catch him right before the end of the match. But just with Syrian helpful, full, that's 8 shots, and I think he had at least 3 because I'm pretty sure he got a hat trick. So you're probably looking at 11 shots from them. That's some heavy, heavy pressure, and that's obviously the Banshees just couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah, they just couldn't do enough. And now you got to wonder, Pygo apparently has to leave again now. So they're losing Pygo in this one. I mean, now he was the carry in that last match. I mean, we saw before this happened, he had 3 of the goals for Ember. And you have to wonder, is they're going to have to get a sub one more time here. I mean, can Ember continue on with a sub, or is it game over without Pygo?
That's going to be tough. That's going to be real tough. If they bring OG Diddy back, we saw what happened in game 1, and that's not to say that that's going to happen again here. Maybe Helpful Fool and Siri, having played a little bit more against Banshees, know exactly how much they have to step up their game to sort of compensate where they lack with Diddy.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see as we head in this one. Got to give a couple quick shout outs. I think we missed SunX, or not, excuse me, SunX Ducky. They're basically the same, aren't they? Ducky, thank you for the 3 month. And also, JK, thank you for the 5 month sub. Much appreciated. As we get going into game number 4, can Ember keep it going as they start out early? OG Diddy, the impact right away. And 4 seconds in, Ember has got the goal.
And that's exactly what they need to do. They need to come with that pressure right there, especially coming from OG Diddy. There we go. The novice is going to go ahead and lead us off, but they need to keep that heavy pressure in the beginning, and then they just need to keep their defensive rotations, which is something that we saw that they really struggled with when Diddy was on the field before.
Yeah, they definitely did struggle without him. And so far, they get a quick goal, but you're exactly right. Are those rotations going to come back to hurt Ember here, or have they played enough and warmed up enough to keep it going? As Helpful Fool, he can't find that shot. As Sumo clears it away, Sari trying to keep it back in. Ball in the corner now, Midnight. He's on the dribble. What can he do with it? Pops it up high, but Helpful Fool off the backboard. It's going to be awkward here for Kane J. He can't find the touch. It's still dangerous here as it drops back down. Sari look for the shot, but he can't find it through. Close opportunity, and that one is not going to go. But really, Psycho, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Ember here. I was concerned without Pygo, who was going to be the goal scorer. We saw OG Diddy, and they're still getting shots in this one.
Yeah, they've really turned it up, and we're about to see right now is they really have to turn on their defensive pressure if they're going to be able to get it out, and luckily they are. But yeah, they've got the offensive pressure rocking as another narrowly misses, goes off the post. But yeah, if they can keep that up and then just be able to clear the ball and stop Banshees from even getting a shot on net, then they're going to be looking to push a game 5.
And that was a close one there for Ember. The double doink off the 2 posts and out, and they just couldn't capitalize. And you have to wonder how many of those goals they're going to need in this one to stay alive. Because we've seen the Banshees' offense has been so threatening. As Helpful Fool, a great save to the corner. Ember looking to clear this one out. KJ back to Midnight, trying to keep this one in. Pops out Sari. Right back to Sumo, who's sending it high off the backboard. Dangerous ball. It's still there. Midnight looking for the shot, but Helpful Fool. A great recovery, able to get back just in time to bail his team out. And they're back on the offense now.
And we almost saw the breakdown of defense right there, but Helpful Fool with an amazing recovery, able to get that save under his belt and get a counterattack for his team.
He's just keeping his team alive, and this is, I mean, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, Psycho, but this is almost exactly what we saw on that Saturday Night Rocket League. Ember just fighting all the way back I mean, they're up in this one, still halfway to go in this game, so a long way for them to hold on in this one. A lot of time for Banshees to come back, but they're looking a lot like that Saturday night game. And we'll have to see if they can finish it off here. As Sari, he's up, just sending it up high. No follow though, as Midnight is going to clear it away. Diddy into the midfield, right to KJ, who can make the touch. Diddy's back up, looking for this one, send it towards the net, but KJ again making the save. A nice one from him. As now Sari, look for the shot, he's going to try to put it in. Midnight, just enough able to get it away, but close opportunity again for Ember, and a beautiful save from Midnight to keep this game only a 1-goal margin.
Some really good pressure coming out from Ember right now. Some really, really good defense coming out from Banshees. Definitely got to give it to them. Chalking up 4 saves for their team so far. And I mean, honestly, their offensive pressure have been pretty good itself. Oh my goodness. As I say that, Sumo's going to sink one.
Yes, Sumo just coming right back. KJ with a perfect pass, and Diddy, he's just backing up back and forth there in the net. An awkward position. I think he just turned around. Maybe got to get that power slide to use there, but a tough position for him, especially coming up as a novice player in this one. You know, can't always be forced to rely on him, despite him leading the way with their only goal of this game. Can't always be forced to rely on him when you have 2 prospect players still in the match. You need to come up clutch in this one, and now a minute 30. Banshees, they can smell the blood in the water here, looking for an opportunity. If they can sink a goal, they might just be able to take this series as they lead 3-1. Midnight popping this one up, looking for another touch. He can't find it. Sari with the shot back, but Kane with the block. It's still up high. Sari set it up. Helpful Fool looking for the shot. Can he put it in? No, Sumo with the great save. Diddy now coming in for the shot to Helpful Fool for the goal. They put it in, and they retake the lead with 1 minute remaining.
Some really good offensive pressure coming out. Helpful Fool able to get it off the backboard. And OG Diddy there trying to take a shot on net. Doesn't get the shot he was looking for, but luckily Helpful saw it coming, was able to redirect it into the net.
Able to redirect it in the net, indeed. Exactly what you need to do. Perfect positioning, as now Ember has retaken the lead, looking to force this game at number 5. Can they do it? As this ball is sent up in the midfield. Sumo in an awkward position. Ball out in the midfield, saved away. Final 40 seconds here. This ball up high. Blocked out. Helpful Fool trying to keep it back in and waste away this time. Maybe get one more insurance goal if they can, but the Banshees, they're back on the offense now, knowing they need to tie this game up to avoid game 5. That's now Diddy in the corner, trying to pass it up with KJ with the block. Helpful Fool towards the net. It's dangerous. Midnight with a great save, picking up the Savior medal. As Sari keeping the offensive pressure going. Sumo, he's just waiting there, not willing to commit, but they've got to go now. As KJ on the flick gets it by 1, but Sari with a great block. Last chance for Banshees. Midnight, he's up, send it to the side. 5 seconds remaining. As the ball's just rolling out, KJ, he pops it up. Can they keep it going? He's going to have to get to it again. He blocks it across the midfield. Midnight for the shot, but he can't get there in time. And we have a game number 5, Psycho. A back-to-back game number 5s. We thought we were cursed, but we're back again with a 5th game in this series. I think we might have lost Psycho there for a second, but I mean, wow, what a series!
Sorry about that.
There he is, Psycho. There you are.
Yeah, sorry, I muted myself by accident. But good stuff coming from the Banshees right there at the very end of the match, able to apply that pressure and almost keep it up long enough to take a shot on it. You got to wonder, they're pretty scary in that department. So if they were able to keep it up, they might have been able to tie it.
Yeah, it was a close opportunity for sure here, as we are going to head to our final game here, game number 5. What will happen here? We're going to have to find out. Can Ember pull it all the way back? I don't know. We're going to have to see, as we've got a couple of subs in the chat here. Got to give a couple of shout outs here quickly, as we got Leroy V. Boyman giving us the Game 5 hype and gifting a sub. Much appreciated. Thank you, Leroy, for the gifted subs. Let's see if we can finish it off here in game number 5. Psycho, who do you got? Who do you got in this one? Are you sticking with Ember? Can they pull it back?
Oh yeah, I gotta stick with Ember. I can't pull out now. I mean, I've already dedicated twice to them. They're gonna do it. They're gonna take it right here. we've got Pygo back in it, so I don't know if they're trying to mind game this team so they could go to game 5 and just smash them right here, or what the deal is. But I'm gonna stick with Ember.
All right, sticking with Ember. Can they pull it off? This would also be a reverse sweep from Ember if they could pull it off to give them the second win. And we talked about it earlier. It would put them in playoff position. Let's hear it in chat. Who are you guys rooting for in this one? Can Ember pull it back, or will the Banshees be able to hold on? We're going to have to find out. And I think you talked about it earlier. As this one going towards the net dangerous, but Pygo, he's back in once again. And these subs, they've been interesting, but ever since that game number 3, it's been working for him, Psycho.
Oh yeah, but Pygo, don't sleep on him. He's finna come in. He just had a nice play right there. Got it past 2 of the defenders with a 50 on Midnight. Got it past Kane. He wasn't suspecting them to win that 50, and Kane with the unfortunate own goal. But Pygo, don't sleep on him. He's about to carry Ember.
And Pygo, just we talked about him always making that impact. He had the 3 goals in game number 3. Unfortunately, could not play in game number 4, so they had to switch it up again. But now he's back, and we talked about it. I've said this phrase a couple of times here, but immediate impact. That's what Pygo has given them, as the Banshees now with an opportunity. Sumo popping up in the midfield. It's right there, but Pygo with the save. Of course he's there. He makes the save, and he's keeping his team alive.
Pygo is always there. We've seen time and time again in the games that he's played so far. This is his 3rd game, I believe, and he's been there every time making the edits. He goes again, but he unfortunately can't get it this time. But you know, OG did it. He didn't do so well in the first match, but last match he did really solid, especially for being a novice.
Oh, as that one is going to drop in, and Sari now get in on the action. 2-0 for Ember.
Really, really good touch from Sarah right there, able to put the perfect placement. Midnight just barely not able to get back. And you got to wonder what's going on with Banshees. It seems like they're starting to kind of fall apart. They've only got 2 shots on net, same as Ember, but they don't have any saves. They don't really got anything going on. They're all really low in points. It seems like they can't get anything going yet.
Yeah, and that's a good point. We've hyped up Ember so much that we have to wonder what has happened to the Banshees. I mean, they look so dominant in games 1 and 2, and now all of a sudden, it's just nothing going from them. You're exactly right. As Sari's coming back once more, and it's 3-0 already. Ember is just looking absolutely on fire.
Wow, Siri just toggled. Holy moly. What a follow right there. And that second touch right at the end, that balled out Midnight. Oh my, that was beautiful. Hopefully somebody's clipping this.
Wow, that was a nice goal for Sari for sure. Might be seeing that one on Plays of the Week. You never know. As this one is sent in again, but popped up, and now the Banshees, they have to find something here. Opportunity now for Kane J, but Sari with a great save again, able to keep it away. So the Banshees just have to find any sort of offense, as they are in a deep hole here in Game 5, trying to avoid getting reverse swept here in this one. Is there an opportunity here? And Pygo barely able to make the save. That was almost a bit too close for comfort there, as Sumo, look for the shot again. It's off the post. Kane J trying to put it in, and Sumo, he's trying to keep it away from that defender. Still going after it. It's still dangerous, but they can convert once more. And 6 shots, actually, that they haven't been able to put in for the Banshees. And it is just looking rough here for them. They just can't find the back of the net at all.
The Banshees just really turned it up right there to level 10. I mean, they had 2 back-to-back pass plays that they just couldn't sink them, but it was beautiful. The way that they were just moving the ball down the pitch was absolutely gorgeous.
It was absolutely gorgeous. And now with 2 minutes remaining, Banshees have not been able to connect. Can they find something to give themselves some momentum, as Midnight put another one towards the net, but Sari, he was right there for it. So he can make that touch. A little bit of a double commit maybe, but Kane trying to take it back now. Banshees, they have to get something going here. 1:44 remaining in this game. As this one's sent back down, Midnight just trying to get any offense going. Sari, he messes it up. Ball in the midfield. Shot opportunity, but Sari recovers again. A great save from him, and it just seems like Ember can do no wrong.
And we see helpful full right there with the pull shot clear, bumping his teammate into the ball, able to clear it out. That was that was awesome.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Got to give your teammate a little bit of motivation, maybe, if you will, to get that one in. It worked out there, as the Banshees still trying to get something going here. They've had their shots, but they just haven't been able to connect. Can they get something going in this final minute? They're going to need to get 3 goals here as Midnight towards the net, but not powerful enough to get by Helpful Fool. KJ, he's up, missing that ball. Might leave it for Sumo. Sumo, he's got to go for this one, but Pygo, he can't get it in. Final 40 seconds here, Psycho. They have to go now.
They have to go now, but I'm not sure that they're going to be able to. They're looking pretty demoralized. Like, even the opportunities that they're having, they're just missing their touches. They just keep banging that backboard, and they can't find the net.
Yeah, in final 30 seconds, you saw a couple more shots just ring off that backboard as Ember is trying to put in the dagger, but it might be too little too late as we're down to the final 20 seconds. Ember coming all the way back here as they might be able to get one more. Pygo just sends it up high, looking for another shot, but it's not going to go. But it doesn't really matter at this point. Ember comes all the way back. Psychonautica Seri putting in the dagger. Why not? Why not one more? Just put it in 4-0 there for Ember in Game 5.
Stat pad. He's probably trying to get that Player of the Week.
You got to respect. You got to respect the Player of the Week attempt there as final seconds ticking away here. But I mean, Psycho, what a series here from Ember. You know, we talked about it. They did what they couldn't do on Saturday Night Rocket League, which is come back in the series. And they're going to pull off their reverse sweep and take this game number 5 to actually put themselves at the moment into that ace seed in the Prospect League.
Yeah, I had a feeling that they were going to be able to lock down the W tonight. And even Game 5, my hunch was right, but I couldn't have guessed that it would have been in a reverse sweep manner. You love seeing the reverse sweeps come out. Really unfortunate for the Banshees, but wow, Ember really just dug in deep and they were able to pull it out.
Yeah, everyone stepped up on their team. Got to give a shout out to OG Diddy, who stepped up a couple of times in that game as the Novice League sub, and Pygo obviously popped off, but Seri, he was great in that last game. And you have to wonder, if you're the Banshees, you had such a great performance. Where do you go from here? Still a lot of the season to find out. So hopefully they can